Hello, my YouTube family. Hello, hello. Um, Today is Tuesday, and I just wanted to say hello. And I told you yesterday that I would be back to tell a story. Um, I was thinking last night, and I just, I'm so happy to be on here because it's helping me be able to talk more, even though there's nobody around or whatever. And like I don't see anybody, but I never really talk to anybody, and I'm just getting things out, and it's just making me feel better. Um, but of course, like I said, I would love engaging with YouTube followers. That would mean a lot to me. Um, I would just like a nice community all together and support each other because it's hard. I'm struggling. I don't know. I'm trying. I really am. And I want to do this. And I'm doing it by myself. And, like I said yesterday, and this isn't pity on me, feel bad for me. No. I'm not like that. I don't want that. Don't feel bad for me, nothing like that. But hearing it's shitty and this and that, and my videos from somebody who I really care for, I'm new and it's gonna take time, but I want to try my best. And I just wanted to say that first. And like I said, it's gonna be authentic. I'm not gonna have all this fancy, crazy stuff going on. And let me tell you something, a lot of respect for people who do all that stuff. A lot. But I have a lot going on during the day with my mom and stuff. I can't do stuff like that. And with my medical condition, I can't do stuff like that. What I can do is be there for people who have certain problems, who need help. I'm always there to talk, and I have no problem. And eventually I'll be cooking, like I said. So that I can do, you know? Contents like that, yeah. But when it comes to doing editing and all that, I'm not going to edit things out. There's no need for me to. I'm 100% all real, nothing to edit, nothing to whatever. I'm not showing myself, like I said, because first of all, 2025, I want to do some changes, not surgically, which cosmetic surgery, I'm against that for myself, but other people, if they're happy with it, go ahead and do it. Makes them feel good, do it. Just be safe. That's all I say. But for me, it's about just feeling comfortable. And once I start feeling comfortable, that's when I will start going in more into it. But you're still with me, even though you don't see me. We could still talk and do stuff like that. My birthday's in June, and I honestly want to do a live stream in June. And of course, you'll see me and talk. And I would love to see how many subscribers I get. And we talk and just engage with each other. And you can ask me whatever you want. And that's what I want now. I want to engage now. I want you guys to send comments to me, and I'll answer them. Somebody gave me shade one day about making something because I was doing something quick, and it was fine. I wasn't crying over it. It's fine. If it makes them happy, go. You know, I do what I have to do. You do what you have to do, right? What makes you happy, do. What makes me happy, I do. I'm nice, I'm caring, I'm loyal. It's all that matters. And that's how I want my channel to be. Um, of course, there'll be drama because, we all have drama, we all have struggles, we all have problems. We all are going through stuff that people don't know or people don't care for, or people um, just like to make up things to make us look bad. Um, and that if you look at my community page, I put a quote on there. Um, Basically, every day I get stuff like that. False accusations, and it's a joke. But I say to myself, when people say things about you, especially when it's not real, and they're saying stuff that's like so stupid or so what, like, just so not true. As long as you have a clear conscience, who cares? Because basically they're just miserable. And me, I have such a good heart and I actually feel bad for them. So it's like, and I do. But I'm to a point where, you know what? If that's how they feel, have fun, enjoy yourself, live your life, be happy. Just keep my name out of your mouth. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. That's what my mom always says. She still says that sometimes, when she gets in her moods. So, story for today. Yesterday's story was about TLC. Today's story is about, I'm going to take you back. In 2015, yeah, way back, 10 years ago. I'm going to name this person Lizzy. That's not her real name, but we're going to go Lizzy. We became friends. We met. And we met in Florida. And I have a timeshare over there. And we were just talking. And, we just started talking more and more. And we just, and, once you start talking, you start engaging more and more, get to know each other more. And then we talk to each other over the phone. And you just get to know each other, just more and more talking. And she was telling me that she met this guy over the phone. She was on, like, I think Tinder or something. And one of the dating sites, which I don't do, but whoever does that, that's fine. But I don't do that. And I'm married anyway, but I never did that. But she met some guy and she was like, automatically, he sent her his picture and she was in love. Very handsome guy. His name was Vlad. He was from Russia, and he talked to her every day. Every single day they talked for hours, every day. And I was like, wow. And she's telling me this. And now this is 2 years going in that she told me this. And I was like, wow, okay. And she's telling me like how great he is and what he does. And I'm like, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. I'm like, so like, where do you guys, like, does he, like, where does he live and this, that? She's like, well, right now he's in England. And I said, oh, okay. She goes, he does directing, like directing movies, like films. So I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, when do you see him again or whatever? And she says, well, I haven't seen him. And I'm like, well, you haven't seen him. What do you mean you haven't seen him? So I said, you haven't seen him like in a while, or you haven't seen him? She goes, no, I haven't seen him at all. I said, so you guys never seen each other in person? She said, no. And I said, for 2 years. How about on video? No. And I'm like, why? Well, because there's problems with the internet and this and that. And I'm like, what? I said, this doesn't sound right. I said, so you've had a relationship with this guy for 2 years, just text messaging back and forth, and that's it? And she said, yeah. She said, but we do talk on the phone, voice. So I'm like, okay, which I guess is okay for people, but totally not okay for me. So I was like, okay, but so you have a picture of him, you hear his voice, and that's it. So I said, okay. So she had to make a phone call, and I was with her, and I heard his voice, and I said, he's not Russian. But I didn't want to hurt her. So I said it in like a nice way, you know. I just explained to her, I said, Lizzy, um, quote, quote, Lizzy, this person does not sound Russian. He sounds like he is from Africa. He sounds like he's from Nigeria or Ghana, but it sounds more like a Nigerian accent. And she's like, no, no, I have a friend that's Russian, and she says that he's totally Russian. So I said, okay, I'm just telling you what I think, but that's fine, you know, because I don't fight over stuff like that, you know. And this person was friends with her like for 6 years. So I was like, okay, I'm just telling you what I think. So I said, well, when you guys talk, what do you guys talk about? And then she starts telling me, well, sometimes he needs me to send him phones because something happened with his bank account, got frozen, and he had to give friends for Christmas phones or something, and he didn't have his bank account unfrozen yet. But then once he gets it unfrozen, he'll send the money. So she went and sent iPhones. It's very expensive, iPhones. So I was like, okay. Then she Western Union him money. Then she got loans out and sent him money. And what was crazy was the stories that he was telling her is, my dad is sick, my mom's not feeling well, all things that lead up to all scamming things, if you think about it. And especially the way they talk, if you know it's scamming. With scammers, right away, you know right away is if they don't show themselves, they say that they're stuck somewhere, they need money, a family member is sick, um, they have very bad English, or like the way they write it in Texas, it doesn't make sense to the way it should, or they copied it off of somewhere else, because, you know, she came out of a relationship that was very abusive. So it was very bad. So what happened was, during this whole time, she was telling me, I was like, Lizzy, I'm very blunt. So I was like, Lizzy, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're being scammed. This person's not real. You need to take care of this. You are $65,000 in debt with this guy. This is not true. He is not real. And I said, then after she told me that, she said, but I had a really good time because we had a cooking night one night, and he did one of his Russian dishes, main dishes. I said, really? What was it? Plantain. Plantains, really? They don't grow plantains in Russia. She's very naive too. And I said, Lizzy. So I said to myself, is she naive, or is she just not caring? Or does she... I really honestly feel she knew, but she didn't want to believe it because she was so manipulated by this guy, by looking at his picture, and so insecure with herself from her previous relationship. And I think a lot of people go through that they fall into that trap. And that's how these scammers get people. And it just killed me to see that. And I was like, we have to do something about this. She was suicidal. So I was like, okay, this has to stop. So she lives out of New York, and she went to the FBI and she wrote a statement and she let them know everything. So what happened was, she wanted to see this person who was scamming her, supposedly. The guy finally admitted that he was scamming her, but he does really love her, that he was in love with her. So she wanted to go to Nigeria and go fight over there because the jurisdictions, so over where she lives, of course, America can't just go over there and do anything over there. And Nigeria, it's so corrupt over there, so corrupt with the government. So, but she was very, very suicidal. Okay. And all she had was me. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to help her. I said, get all your paperwork. If this makes you feel better, because she said, I asked her, I said, what will make you feel better? Because I was on the phone with her all the time, nonstop. She said, what would make me feel better is going to Nigeria, going to the people, the head people that take care of this, because there is a certain group that takes care of scammers in Nigeria that are not corrupt. They actually do put them in jail. There is, but they're very small. The majority of the country, no. You can pay police off right away if you have the money. If they know that you're a scammer, they will arrest you. But if you give them money, they will let you go. I have witnessed it myself. So now, after hearing that, I did not tell anybody in my family, because my family, even though I was how old, they wouldn't have let me go. There was no way. So what happened was I told my doctors, I got my shots because you need shots, vaccinations, and everything. I told my cousin. I made sure I let my family know. I was just very upset. And we decided to go to Paris first. And I told my dad we're going to Paris. I didn't tell him about the Nigeria part because I didn't want to upset him. Plus, I was a grown woman. So this was 10 years ago. So I'm like, I can do this. So, and we went. And she's older than me. She's 10 years older than me. So I said, we can do this. So what happened was we stopped in Paris first. And then we went to Nigeria. We stayed at Lagos. She wanted to stay there for a week, get everything done. We were there for only 2.5 days. No joke. I could not wait to get back to Paris. It was that bad. They did not care. They say that they do this all the time. And it breaks my heart because those people that's there living, they don't know what else to do. Which doesn't make it right at all. But what happened was she didn't get any of her money. I paid for everything to go there for her. The guy who scammed her was only 19 at the time when he met her. Okay? So he was 19 at the time. So she was in her mid 40s when this happened. So, yeah. It it's heartbreaking. It's pathetic. It's sad. And I did it for her. But before I left Paris, because we were there for 2 days before we left to go to Nigeria, I met a guy there, and he was such a sweetheart, and we were talking, and I couldn't wait to get back to Paris to go see him. And he was like, don't go, but I didn't know him anyway. And it was just a guy, and I was like, I have to go, because I was doing it for my friend anyway. And she just really wanted justice. I stayed in my room the whole 2.5 days in Lagos, in the best hotel there was, locked in my room because I was so scared because I'm in a foreign country, don't know what to do. You're hearing all these bad things, how corrupt it is. I am like, oh my God, what do I do? But let me tell you something. They were so kind in the hotel. People were so loving, so warm, just such great people. Always wanted to make sure I was okay. But I didn't eat. I just drank my Perrier. I was very nervous. I just wanted to get back to Paris. So after she finds out, they couldn't do anything, of course, which I already knew. But just to make her happy and just to help her, blew all that money, went to Paris, at least I had fun there. Met somebody that really cared for me. And she still has her phone on. And she's still talking to this guy, thinking this guy is Vlad. Um, oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't Vlad. Sergey. Vlad was his, I guess, his partner in business. I apologize. Sergey. Sergey was his name. Vlad was the other one. That was another scammer that worked with him, but that was supposedly his partner, Sergey, his director assistant for movies. So Sergey it was. She would keep her phone everywhere we went. We'd go out to eat. I'd pay for everything. Everything we did in Paris, I paid for. I did everything. And I did it because she was my best friend. I wanted to take care of her. I wanted to make sure she was okay. And I also had to help her mentally and let her understand. Like I said, I'm not a therapist or a doctor, but I was trying to do the best I could. And I said, listen, he's not real. It's a 19-year-old boy. Get Sergey out of your head. This guy's not real. He's not talking to you. It's a 19-year-old boy who scammed you out of $65,000 that you're never going to see again. And now you're in debt. So that's why also I helped her. Because at the time I had the money to do it. And you do for your family and people you love. That's the kind of person I am. I'll do anything I can. I'm a ride or die. I will do anything. That's just me. So it was a nightmare. So when we were in Nigeria, nothing happened. It was basically a joke. It was a waste of time. I stayed in my room. She actually went alone on the mainland. I'm surprised she was okay and made it back because you don't know what can happen. Okay? Drama that people in my family found out that went to my parents to get them all nervous instead of messaging me or texting me if they thought it was human trafficking or whatever. They should have let me know or, figure it out before doing all that. And of course, made more stories up. People twist things, make a mountain out of a molehill, they say. Yeah. Meanwhile, it was all for my friend Lizzy. Nothing to do with me. But they found out because, I don't know, somebody got something and somebody did something with the Facebook page and showed that I was over there and somebody found out something and then they did Photoshops and did all these pictures. I don't know, it was just crazy stuff. It was just insane and it was crazy. But we got back. We went to Paris. We had a great time there. She said she was finally over him, but she still kept her phone near her. I took her phone away. I said, let's just try to have fun. And we did. We enjoyed ourselves for another week. Actually, I think it was 4 days. But I paid for everything. I did everything. And it was fine because she needed it. Then after that, we get home. We're still talking. She needs help with her place. So I'm helping her. She's renting a place. I'm helping her with her rent. I'm helping her with food. I go and visit her. Usually, I know in my family, when somebody comes to visit, they're the guest. We have everything ready, prepared, all food. I'm there and I'm paying for everything. Which I don't mind, but it was just, okay. So I did that. Then after that, we go away again. We go back to Paris. I gave her the good room. I took the crappy room because I just wanted her to just be happy and enjoy herself. So we went again. She enjoyed herself. I paid for everything again. She paid for nothing. I'm sorry, she paid once. She paid for a meal once. And then I took her to Italy. I paid for Italy. Business class the whole time. And then I took her to Dubai. It's where my hubby I met, the love of my life. Um, so I took her everywhere, paid for everything. And then what really upset me was she comes back. She had to move. I paid for all her um the move-in people, like the people who move you out and then move you into somewhere else. I paid for all that. And I noticed she upgraded and got a brand new car and never once asked to pay me back. And you know what? I wouldn't have taken it. But just asking would have really felt good. Like, wow. So basically, she was scammed. And I was basically kind of scammed if you think about it. Because I was used. I really was. Because after all of that happened, after everything, and then I found the love of my life, I still kept in touch with her. She just slowly went away. And the first person I met that was in Paris, she could not stand. And then when I found the love of my life, which is my husband, she wanted me to go back to the other one that she supposedly hated and said that he was no good because she didn't like the idea. And I know why. It's because she wanted everything for herself. And it was to go on all these fancy trips all the time. I took her to Paris 2 times. I took her to Italy once. I took her to Dubai once. No, I took her to Italy twice. Twice Paris, twice Italy, and once Dubai. And Florida. One time after we met from Florida. So I just don't trust anybody. So that's why I say I have no friends really, because every friend I had was always with money. Money. Or they needed something. It was never just, hey, how are you? And that's it. It was always something they needed. They always wanted something from me. And it's like, why does it have to be that way? Why? I'm the type of person, I will be there for you. I will help you. But don't use me. So the story that I'm telling you is, please watch out with any scamming or friends that always want and they never give back, or at least try to give back, because I don't want to accept, like, I feel bad accepting, and I would appreciate comment, because this is a true story and it really broke my heart, because I really thought I had a great best friend and we had such a great time. But I noticed, looking back, she had a really great time just using all of my money and using everything I had. And it's sad. Guys, I really hope you like my stories because they're real. And they're not all great. I'll have another one tomorrow. But this one, it cuts pretty deep, because I lost a friend that I had for a while, that I was having so much fun with, traveling everywhere, and she just literally used me for everything. Do you know she had no money in Dubai after all this? She goes to Dubai and she goes to a bar. I don't drink. I was in my room. At 4 in the morning, I'm getting a phone call that she needs my fiance to go up there to go pay because she ordered all this stuff and she didn't have money. Who does that? Those are users. It's all signs of using. And I knew it more when I seen it when she came home, got a new car, and moving into a bigger place. Now she bought herself a house. And I'm happy for her. Like, I want the best for her, nothing but the best. But I can't be friends with her anymore, because look at the dirty she did to me. I couldn't do that to somebody. So just be careful when you meet people, and definitely be careful with scammers. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You always have to be careful. I used to travel a lot, and they're everywhere. But I hope you guys are staying safe. I really hope everybody's okay. And how are you doing today? Let me know. Comment. Let me know how your thoughts, anything. Because I'm kind of struggling on this page. My depression ain't so great. But I'm struggling because I don't have any like comments and stuff. And it's really want somebody to comment, you know? It's important to me. And maybe you feel like I'm not engaging because I'm not showing my face right now. But you hear me. I'm here. Um, Eventually you will. Just give me some time. When I say something, I do it. I show you if you listen to my other videos. But I just wanted to share that story. And I hope you understand and just be safe out there, okay? And Desi's always here. And just comment below, subscribe. And if you like the video, click it. I'd appreciate it. It means a lot. It really means a lot. And I think you all know we're all struggling. I think we're all struggling. We're all trying. So thank you and God bless. Bye.